Recovery of an MMO Junkie is the most refreshing anime love story I've seen since Your Name. The show is about two socially inept adults who meet and fall in love in an online video game. The part where things get interesting is that these two adults have in-game characters that are the opposite gender of the actual sex. So does this mean that these two adults are bisexual, or... Honestly, I don't think so. See, the thing is, neither one of them show any interest in dating someone of the same sex in real life. So how did these two end up falling in love in an online video game? Through each other's perspective, actions, and personalities, of course. So let's backtrack a bit. Our lead character is a 30-year-old woman named Moriko Morika, who plays as a male character named Hayashi. Moriko recently quit her job she's been working since high school and has become a complete shut-in. She doesn't leave the house unless it is absolutely necessary, and she doesn't have any real-life friends. Seeing other couples frustrates her to no end, as she believes she is unworthy of receiving love. She is remarkably insecure and seems to hate just about everything about herself. This character flaw is shown wonderfully through the lint roller she uses obsessively throughout the series. Whenever she is stressed out, she runs it across herself and her room from top to bottom, cleaning up every little blemish. The thing is, perfection is impossible, and our flaws are part of what makes us special. For example, if Moriko had proper social skills, she probably wouldn't love gaming quite as much as she does. Moriko doesn't grasp this concept, viewing every problem she has as a damning one, and that weakness is her biggest downfall. Outside of her crippling self-deprecation, her primary character flaw is her fierce lack of motivation and drive. So it really is no surprise that she would create a male warrior avatar. Men are supposed to be confident and driven, right? By experiencing these attributes in-game, she hopes to alleviate her pain in real life. But no matter how many monsters her avatar Hayashi slays, Moriko still struggles with her insecurity complex, trying to cover up any flaw she perceives as irredeemable. That is, of course, until she meets our second main character, a 28-year-old man named Yuta Sakurai, who plays as a female named Lily. He's a financially successful man who works at a trading company, but his social skills are piss poor. He never knew his biological family, and although he loved and appreciated his adopted family, he seemed to distance himself from them. After his adopted parents passed away, he went through a period of deep depression. Females are of course a bit more sociable than men, so is it really a surprise that he would create a female character to experience success in areas that he fails at in the real world? While Moriko created Hayashi so he could be the person she aspires to be, Yuta's personality is actually revealed through his avatar Lily. Yuta is not only a remarkably kind individual, he is also a bit timid and non-confrontational. You can see those personality traits through Lily's dialogue, her actions, and her small, cutesy, innocent-looking design. The first episode of the series does a great job of showing just how wholesome their relationship is. When the two of them first meet, Moriko's avatar Hayashi was consistently getting his ass kicked. Yuta, acting as Lily, decides to help the spry new player out and is rewarded with a beautiful friendship. Moriko's avatar Hayashi is a determined person who never gives up, and his earnest enthusiasm for gaming steals Lily's heart. On the flip side, when Hayashi meets Lily, he met a genuine person who not only heals his in-game wounds, but who also provides real-life companionship. This show is so fucking sweet. Fuck, it's cute. It's so cute. When Christmas rolls around, Hayashi decides to give Lily a badass present, but he wants to keep it a surprise from Lily. So whenever he logs in and Lily approaches him so they can chill, he runs off so he can go questing and give Lily the perfect gift. Lily is of course disheartened by this, but what's interesting here is that she doesn't just go off and find new friends. You know how sometimes straight guys turn their Tinder profiles to match with men just so they can get attention? Lily could have used her adorable appearance and lovable personality to get attention from anyone she wanted, male or female. Such a task would have been child's play, but Lily felt a true connection with Hayashi, so when he starts avoiding her, she just sits around depressed, hoping the world's beautiful scenery will cheer her up. On the other hand, Moriko has trouble finding motivation to even leave the house, but her avatar Hayashi works his ass off to give Lily a present she deserves. This one scenario tells you so much about their respective strengths and weaknesses. It really is a gripping pilot episode. At the end of the episode, Hayashi approaches a depressed Lily, who asks him if she's being a bother. Hayashi of course reveals that he only spent time avoiding Lily so he could get her a beautiful rose. The two of them exchanged gifts and smiles under a starry night sky, and the image was so wholesome, I couldn't help but get teary-eyed. After such a beautiful pilot episode, I couldn't wait to see what happened next, and I wasn't disappointed. The rest of the series goes on to explore their relationship through online and in real life encounters, and I couldn't be happier with how the series turned out. By the time you see this video, the show will be over, and it's only a 10 episode run, so if you found this concept interesting, you should definitely check out the show itself. You can find it on Crunchyroll for free. If you want more analysis on MMO Junkie, be sure to check out Mother's Basement's analysis video on the opening, as well as the Pedantic Romantics look at what makes Moriko such a great lead. Well, that'll do it for my first video on this channel. Major props to my boy Josh Perez for helping me make this script, and the homies Big O and Max DeProm for helping me record. On this channel, you'll find more story analysis like this one, as well as gaming and writing content. If you're interested in reading some of my work, check the description for a link to the Facebook page for my latest novel, Nina and Minerva. It's a tale about two women from opposing factions who fall in love after an alien invasion. It's somewhat of a cross between Romeo and Juliet and The Last of Us. If the idea of two star-crossed lovers traveling a post-apocalyptic wasteland fighting for survival appeals to you, check out the page for more info. Planning on a Q1 2018 release. Alright guys, so I want to have a cool catchphrase to say at the end of the video, but I haven't thought of it yet, so I'll think of it next time and then I'll say it then. So until then, see you next time. Bless you, sir.
No, fuck!